Nothing in the gate bias.
The rules, protests and umpire calls have been a hot topic down here, especially on day 4 when the British had all 4 of their protests declined. There's been plenty of barroom chat and speculation, and in some cases guesswork. So in case you missed it, here's Chief Umpire Richard Slater's detailed breakdown to all 4 protests and his explanation as to why they were not given. It's very interesting stuff, as we've seen several of those scenarios repeated since, and will no doubt see them again.
So we had 4 calls in the second race. The first call we had was on the entry. So the Italians had to keep clear. GBR altered course to try and block them, at which point the Italians then just tried to keep clear. I think that to us was, that's just bread and butter umpiring. Next one is the one that we've spent a period of time now talking with the challenger of record, and so I'll play it through. This is the one with Italy clear ahead. Both boats bear away. Italy still clear ahead right of way. Italy become the keep clear boat, then they become the right of way boat, and they have to give GBR room to keep clear.
Flag that. Protest! John Bales all the way up. Turning right. Jesus Christ! Protest!
What we recognise is that, and the discussions with Challenger of Record, is at the moment when GBR become the right-of-way boat, which my fat fingers will now say here, is they think that if they then held their course, that there would have been collision or extremely high risk of that. And we understand that, and as an umpire team, remembering this is I think our 3rd day in top end conditions with these boats, and probably the first day that we've seen boats close to each other in top end conditions. We would still, and this was asked of us pointedly this morning, going, if we do this again today, what would the call be? And the call would be the same, but we do recognise that we need to somehow try and make us understand more about the boat manoeuvres to make sure that that is still correct. So from a rule point of view, remember we don't have a jibe rule, we just literally are you on port or starboard, and in this case, from a rule point of view, Italy are the right-of-way boat. At a certain point in time, they become the keep clear boat as the windward boat, and then 0.6 of a second later, they become the right-of-way boat again. And at that point, the pressure's on Italy, by the way, because as the new right-of-way boat, are they giving the other boat now room to keep clear? So we had Italy tack in front of GBR quicker, and they try for a hook. In this thing, we believe that they got the overlap eventually, not yet, now, and out. So we felt that when they initially became the right-of-way boat, it wasn't long before they let keep clear. And at that point, when they initially become the right-of-way boat, they must initially give room for Italy to keep clear of them. And then we had on the 3rd upwind leg, a similar situation. GBR come in. They become right away here. They seem to be holding course but getting closer. And this one for us as umpires, this is the one that we've spent more time discussing than any of the 4 calls. And our discussion is that how close is too close? And to give you an idea, I think they went from 9 metres when they came in to about just over 5, let's say 5, the closest between the 2 diamonds. And in previous days, that is keeping clear. It's if they were doing only 30 knots, it's keeping clear. And again, we've had this discussion going on this one. We were almost on the fence of If it was any closer, Italy should have a penalty. If it was a bit further away, it will be a green as well. So this is sort of that point from an umpire perspective. We think we've sort of hit that tipping point.